Okay, this is part two of my video. I'm just doing some problems that may show up on the quiz, and I've done four of them, and we're going to try to get at least four more done, maybe all six of them done, but then we're going to be done. So we're up to number four, a right triangle with hypotenuse that measures 1 unit. This triangle has an opposite side that measures 0.93 units. For a similar triangle with a hypotenuse of 8.25, what is the length of the opposite side? So this is a little bit of a reminder that when you look at this table, the table is a hypotenuse with 1 unit. So hypotenuse of 1 unit and a opposite side that's 0.93. So I'm going to look through here and see if I don't see 0.93 for this, and I get something super close. Oh, and it doesn't even matter what I got, because all it's saying is it would be like there. And it didn't ask me the degree measure. If I know my hypotenuse is 1, but then I make my hypotenuse 8.25, these are similar triangles. So this is just 8.25 bigger than the 0.93. So the answer to that is just 8.25 times 0.93, because this is essentially, if I started off with 1, this right here is my scale factor. And then opposite side's got to get bigger by the same scale factor. I could set up a proportion and do that, but I think if you just understand, hey, anytime I'm going from 1 to this, that's my scale factor. And just as a reminder, if I was going to do it, I could do 1 over 0.93 equals 8.25 over x, and then you'll see, oh yeah, I'm just multiplying those two together. Okay, next one. Triangle QRS has a right angle R. Angle Q measures 40 degrees. RS equals 6. How long is the side adjacent to angle R? Okay, so let's look at that. I'm wondering if this is oh, there's a typo there. I got to fix that. Okay, so we have QRS. This is R. Angle Q measures 40 degrees. And RS is equal to 6. And I'm trying to find the adjacent side, which is right here. And there's a typo in there which says adjacent to angle R. It should say adjacent to angle Q. So I'll have to go back and fix that. Okay, so let's see. Once again, we have 40 degrees. And we have opposite and adjacent. So we're going to go to our table. We're going to go to 40 degrees. We're going to find opposite over adjacent is 0.84. So 0.84 from our table for opposite over adjacent. This is opposite over adjacent for 40. And then we're going to say, okay, that's equal to my 6 over my x. And once again, if I want to turn this into a cross multiplication problem, I can. And I'll get 6 equals 0.84 when I cross multiply x, sorry. And then I'm going to end up dividing by 0.84. So that turns out to be 7.1. Now, does that make sense? It kind of does, because this is 40. That's opposite from this side. This would be 50, so this should be a little bit bigger, and that's 7.1, and that's a little bit bigger. Okay, let's see if we can get 2 more done. And I'm going to circle my typo that I need to fix. No, yeah, there's a typo. N is the right angle in triangle MNO. Angle O measures 60 degrees. NO is 18 units. How long is MN? So let me get another piece of paper here, and I'm going to change colors again. So the question says this MNO. And so there's my right angle. And O is 30 degrees. Now, this is not a good picture. That doesn't 30 degrees. I'm going to switch around what these are. I'm going to say this is N down here and make this 30 degrees because it looks more like it's 30 degrees. It'll help me better. NO is, should be O. That should be O. This is O. MNO. O is 30 degrees. NO is 11.25, and I am trying to find MN. So this is kind of the same problem we just had. This is opposite. This is adjacent. So I know x over 11.25. I'm going to go to my table. I'm going to find 30 degrees. I'm going to find opposite over adjacent is 0.58. And once again, if I want to turn over 1. Now notice this time, when I cross multiply, I don't have to do any division at the end. X times 1 is just x, and 11.25 is just 0.58 times 11.25, which is 6.5. Which, if we look at our picture here, that seems about right. And then actually, if we remember, oh wait, this is a 36 and 90 triangle. We know this should be this number divided by square root of 2. So let's just see if it is. 11.25 divided by square root of 3, sorry. And it is the same number. Awesome. All right, moving along. Let's see, we just did that one. Oh wait, there's another one. We're going to skip it. Okay, a right triangle has sides measurings 13.85, 16, 7.99. What is the smallest angle? Okay, so the two tricks here. You can't see that. It's very blurry. Let's see if we can get it to focus here. Okay, there we go. I've got all three numbers. It's asking for the smallest angle. So I'm going to draw a right triangle, kind of make it look like one side's bigger than the other. My biggest number is 16, so that's my hypotenuse. And then I'm going to put my smallest number here and my 13.85 here. And even if my picture doesn't look bad, I know my smallest angle has to be over here. Okay, so it is looking for the angle of that smallest angle. So this is opposite. No, I've got choices. I can do opposite of hypotenuse and look up that number. I can do opposite over adjacent, look up that number. I'm going to do opposite over hypotenuse. So 7.99 divided by 16 is, I can just tell that's about 1/2 because this is very close to 8. So that's 0.5. And then I look through my chart for 0.5 in the O over H column, because that's what I did. And 0.5, 30 degrees. That right there has to be 30 degrees. I could have figured out that angle too, but the question was the smallest angle. So you have to pay attention to what it's asking for. Because 60 is the other corner, but it's not the smallest one. All right, last one. The numbers 33, 56, and 65 make a Pythagorean triple, which means it's a right triangle. We're going to trust that those numbers actually are Pythagorean triple. What is the measure of the small angle? Oh, and they give the choices there. So this is kind of the same problem, except once again, we've got my biggest number is 65. My smallest number is 33, and my medium-sized number is 56. And I'm looking for this angle because it's opposite from the 33, and they ask for the smallest angle. So this time I'm going to do it with opposite over adjacent. So 33 over 56 is about 0.59. And so I'm going to go to my chart for, we did opposite over adjacent. So opposite over adjacent in my chart is where? 0.59. Oh, very close to 30, maybe 31. And this, you can't see what I'm doing. Opposite over adjacent, very close to 31. So let's see what my choices were. Hey, how about that? 31, 22, 41, 37. And the only one that's kind of a distractor here is if it was more in the middle, 37 might be a distractor, but it's clearly not 22 or 41. So 31 is the correct answer there. That's enough. Ciao.